Giving y'all my recap of Clean Paper versus Young X. URL dropped it. This was uh, I would probably say that this is the New Jersey Twerk versus Clean Paper battle was supposed to be a reintroduction to Clean, but it started off well, and then Clean Paper, he ended up stumbling. I mean, he ended up choking for a little bit, ended up getting it back. It still turned out to be a good battle, but I will probably say this battle was more of a reintroduction of Clean Paper. I remember when I remember the day of the event, everybody was tweeting out that Clean Paper was the first one in the building. Like the day of the event, it was like Clean Paper. Damn, Clean the first rapper in the building. Clean the first rapper in the building. Everybody was tweeting that shit out. And I remember, I can't remember who said it. I can't remember if it was Caps that said it or if it was somebody else, some other vlogger that said it. But they was like, yo, Clean the first nigga in the building. They was like, man, I'm sorry, but Clean look like he on a mission. Clean might clean this nigga Young X up. So everybody like, no, that nigga Young X too poised for that shit. Young X too poised. He one of the new gunners. This. And of course, the battle ended up, if I remember correctly, being the first battle of the event. And Clean starts off the battle. He comes out, doing his clean shit, aggressive talking, throwing the punches in there, basically he was just talking that shit to Young X. And it literally looked like Clean, from the way he was rapping to the look in his eyes, he was really on a mission. He was really on a mission. Of course, he took a shot at Beasley and Smack, saying they set him up because he was trying to get a rematch with Tay Rock, and then they ended up giving him Young X. And prior to him getting Young X, Beasley ain't know who he was gonna get or whatever and all of that. So that was pretty slick or whatever. Beasley and Smack was feeling that shit. And it was a pretty strong first round from Clean. Young X Young X, he did his thing. He came, with the swag and the talking or whatever. If you've seen the Young X battle, Young X has this style, and people don't like to give him credit for it. But Young X has this style where it's calm, but it's direct. Young X ain't one of them dudes that's gonna scream on you. Young X, to me, he don't have the voice projection that's gonna scream on you, but it's effective because he do it well. And it was a pretty good first round for both of them. I ended up giving Clean Paper the first round, and it was from there. I was like, okay, we didn't get no choke in the first round, so let's go ahead again. And then of course Clean start off his second round, and it seemed like it was a choke, but what he was setting up for was Young X reaching or whatever, because a lot of people was looking like, damn, it looked like he choking. But then when he walked up to his boy and was doing all the bending down and looking up, and his boy like, what the fuck is you reaching for? He was like, the same shit he doing. And then Clean started going into his bag again and started cooking and was getting busy with Young X or whatever. And Clean second round was, just as damn near just as strong as his first. So as I'm watching this, I'm like, okay, this is looking like Clean of old that come, not off the lean, not off the weed. This nigga sober, full battle rap mode, ready to clean the nigga the fuck up. And of course, Young X, he ended up going in the second. Young X second round was actually a little bit better in his first round. And to me, Young X had a lot of gems or whatever that the crowd was sleeping on or whatever. I will say this, the DMV crowd was sleeping on some of what Young X was saying. Young X had some shit or whatever. But I think because Clean has always been like, Clean the scheme a little bit, but Clean has always been such a direct puncher that you understand immediately. And young X, you know, he was trying to do the, if I could say, the Floyd Mayweather defense. I'm gonna pop you here, but shoulder roll, you kind of move or whatever. And sometimes, man, the crowd. So depending on where you at, the crowd don't want to hear that shit. The crowd just wants you to get straight to the shits. And you know, I ended up edging the second round of Qleen. I thought it was a little bit closer, but I ended up edging the second round of Qleen. And on to the third round, you know, Qleen he picked up where he left off in the second and the first. You know, that same energy. He was going in talking this shit. You know, of course, then, you know, he come with the get him. You know, young X ended up he did the get him when he first battled Briz or whatever. But oh yeah, and I got to put out young X did have a get him, but it didn't hit as hard as when Qleen started doing the get him. If y'all don't know what the get him is, it's this scene from How High when Red and Method Man first get to Harvard, and then the dean basically just like kind of ignored them or put himself as he's higher than them, and they just started capping on them or whatever. Why? Well, Red Man started capping while Method Man was like, get him. So that's basically what I mean by the get him, if you didn't know what the fuck the get him was. But it was, Qleen's get him was a lot better. It was a lot funnier, you know, than the one young X delivered. And again, it was another solid round from Qleen paper. And then, of course, young X. His third probably was like the most slept on round of the whole battle. Despite Qleen having, you know, the get 'em and all of that, I still ended up edging the last round to Qleen or whatever, because even though young X, a part of me on first watch, a part of me gave it to Qleen 2-1. I ended up giving young X the third round because his third had a lot of gems in it. But on second watch, I ended up giving it to Qleen. I ended up edging the third round to Qleen. And to be honest, it was a good battle for both of them. It wasn't a trash battle from young X. You know, to me, Qleen just say what you want to say about the choking and no showing. Qleen is a vet. And when Qleen do show up, you go get some crazy rounds. And I keep telling people, because a lot of people don't know, Qleen has a couple of classics, especially on Black Ice. He has most definitely a classic with Quantum Physics. He has a classic with Arsenal. If y'all haven't seen neither one of those, check both of those out. Those was all 3 rounds of fire. He didn't choke in none of them battles either. He had a crazy 1-rounder versus example. Of course, him and Quantum Physics went up against DNA and K-Shine. That was a good battle. So Qleen has a stellar resume, especially when he's in full-fledged battle mode. And then, of course, you know, he ended up winning champion of the night. And he ain't even know nothing about no champion of the night. And then when Jay Black hit him with some more money on top of the money he got paid, Qleen was like, oh, shit, this is what y'all niggas is on now. So, of course, you know, hopefully we see more of a more poised Qleen on the main stage, because the one thing that I've noticed whenever I watch any battles, especially a Qleen battle, and I'll be going through the comments, it's always a couple of people that leave this comment. If that nigga focused, he'll be one of the top niggas in battle rap, because you can't deny his charisma. You can't deny his bars. Qleen do have bars. You can't deny the way he deliver his shit. And he a funny dude on top of that. You know, of course, I seen a couple of comments like, yo, a battle between him and Goods would be funny as hell if he comes sober, you know, like, so. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it was a good battle, man. It's worth the watch again. To me, it has replay value. Young X, again, he wasn't trash. If you gave it to Qleen 2-1, I'm not mad at you. I got Qleen 3-0. It wasn't a body, but to me, it was a clear 3-0. It was a clear 3-0 for me. Despite the fact, like I said, you know, the first time around, you know, it was 2-1. And the reason why I say it's a clear 3-0 is because the first 2 rounds to me was clearly Qleen, you know. So that's it. This is probably like my shortest recap ever, but other than that, man, like I said, good battle, scale of 1 to 10. I give the battle a 7.5, but it do have mad replay value. The bars were there, you know. So this is clearly no debate. I approve this message. Next time.